These Rock Band downloadable content reviews are done by Xygni and Finished Cookie.
Hi, my name's Chris, and I'm filling in for Cookie this week. I'm the guy who runs rbdlc.com. Alright, let's pretend for a moment that you go to the store, and they have monkeys on sale for $2. So you go and buy a monkey, because it's $2, so why not? You take it home, and it promptly craps all over your house, and then dies in your bathtub. So, really, that's kind of how I feel about the song. It's $2, but you're left with a dead monkey and crap all over your house. And really, that sums up this song really, really well. So, yeah, I give it a 1, as if that wasn't obvious enough.
There are no words to describe how boring They Say is, and it's clearly on the game only because the album came out at the same time that this song came out, and it's really not worth picking up. Even if you love this song, I can't see anybody really enjoying it. I'm going to have to give it a 1, because there is nothing fun. Nothing! Nothing!
This is it.
Alright, so this is it. What is it? Well, it's a song that has mostly chords and isn't too bad, but it's not real great either. It's very, very middle of the road. But really, the only real problem with it is that the solo is the most miserable solo I've played since When You Were Young. It's just nothing's going on, so... But overall, it's a decent pick. I'd give it maybe a 5.
This song by Stain that came out is inexplicably fun to me. It shouldn't be fun because it's terrible music and the drums are kind of simple, but I don't know, go figure, I enjoy it. It's pretty basic with, hi-hat, snare, transitions, bass pedal thrown in there, basic stuff. But, I don't know, you might want to check it out. I'm going to give it a 6.5.
Electric Crown is this week's big pick, and it's pretty fun overall. It's essentially Afterlife Light. It's essentially just the low-calorie version of the same song. They both have the really ridiculously hard solo combined with a somewhat difficult rest of the song. But overall, honestly, I prefer the other parts of Afterlife to the other parts of this, the non-solo sections. And so if you're going to pick one of the two, I'd say definitely go Afterlife, but this is definitely a worthy addition to your library if you're into hard songs. If you're not into hard songs, then it's kind of tough to recommend this because there are sections that will fail you out if you don't have a person to back you up. So, it's a good pick. I'd give it an 8.
Electric Crown, while it's amazing on guitar, is pretty average on drums. It's not bad, but it's one of those songs where you spend most of the time switching from the hi-hat and the ride and just hitting the snare and the bass, which is okay. It's better than some songs that just do that, that's for sure. It's fast enough and there's some good fills, so that is why I'm going to give it a 7. Yomp.
Alright, so Yomp's not a great song, obviously, but it's actually not terrible. But you see what we're doing here with the notes, where we just do sustained notes over and over? That's pretty much 90% of the song. It's not terrible, it's not good, though, that's for sure. But then near the end, you get this kind of fun solo that's like a tier 5 or 6 solo. I guess that's why it's a tier 3 instead of tier 1 song. But past that, that's about all you've got out of this song, and I think they're really better songs with better solos to wait for. So overall, I'd give this like a 4, maybe.
In my opinion, the name Yomp is way too cool for this song. It's just way too cool. Yomp should be some crazy, awesome metal song where this guy is screaming Yomp or something like that. But this song is alright. It's just alright. The drums can be really fun because you kind of switch off between the snare and the hi-hat in this weird kind of, I don't know what it is. I'm gonna give it a 6. Rescue me!
This song's about 90% strums and chords, which isn't actually all that bad in this case because it actually has a kind of fun rhythm to it. And it actually this song, particularly among easy songs, has a pretty fun solo. It's rather difficult, but it works out very well. And I really think that for players looking for an easier experience, this is a great song to pick up. I'd give it about a 7.
I expected nothing from this song. Absolutely nothing. A little bit pleasantly surprised because it was at least a little bit fun to play on drums. In fact, this whole week has been I expected it to be. The Crue Fest pack and the 2 System of a Down songs. This one is the most basic out of all of them. There is this one part here that gets a little bit crazy that threw me off guard a little bit. But I don't know if I would recommend this one. It's okay though. If you like, I'm gonna give it a 6.5.
Face down in the dirt.
So here's where I ask, why can't we get old Motley Crue in the game? You know, stuff like Kickstart My Heart, that are just sound a lot of fun, and instead we get all of the new Motley Crue stuff. I mean, some of it's okay. Saints of Los Angeles was pretty good, but this is another one of the lousy Motley Crue songs. It's just a lot of strumming, you know, not a whole lot going on. The solo section is pretty much the chords, but minus the chords. So, I mean, it's an alright song, but there's nothing special about it. It deserves about a 4.
Face Down in the Dirt is the kind of drum song that I would hopefully expect from Motley Crue after Saints of Los Angeles being so awesome. And it definitely made me much more satisfied at last that they came out. You use a lot of bass pedal and it's really fun. It changes up all over the place. There's this part here where you gotta hit the double bass pedal in between. It's all really, really fun. And it's almost as good as Saints of Los Angeles. I'm gonna give it an 8.
Life is beautiful.
Okay, so the fact that they're giving away this song for half the price that they normally do means that you're pretty much required to go buy it right now. It is one of the best songs we've had in the game on guitar. It has a really great rhythm. It has really good hammer-on sections that sound fantastic. Really, the only complaint I have against the song is that the chord sections, I don't really like the quick changing chord thing. It always throws me off. But past that, this song is just pure gold. You gotta pick it up. It sounds great. The section that's a solo but not charted as a solo is a lot of fun. It goes up and down the fretboard, but in a speed that most people can actually do. Just go get it. It's awesome. I give it a 9.
Life is Beautiful by 6am is a pretty decent song. It's really fun on drums too. Even the easy chorus is really fun. The only problem is that the chorus sounds a little bit whiny, and I guess people could complain it's overplayed. I mean, I don't even listen to the radio, and anytime I turn on a TV, computer, my car, or whatever, that song is on. And there's always that Nikki Sixx person, which, by the way, is the worst stage name I've heard ever. But anyway, the song is fun. There's a lot of really cool parts, and even the slow parts are fun, so you should definitely check it out. I'm going to give it a 7.9. B.Y.O.B.
Alright, for all you crazy people who happen to think that Rock Band's way too easy, I don't understand you people, but, you know, you exist. So, B.Y.O.B. is Harmonix's attempt for this week to appease you. It is one of the hardest songs I've ever seen in the game. It's just ridiculously hard. I had to beat it in practice mode. So, it starts out and you have to basically do these green to orange to blue sort of things that are just ridiculously hard and fast. It pretty much emulates a machine gun sound, and it's really cool. It's also just ridiculously hard, and then about 2/3 of the way through the song they throw you just with a smattering of random chords. That's just impossible to do unless you're awesome at the game. But, I mean, it's actually very creative, and the song works very well for the game, but only if you happen to be extraordinarily good at the game. So if you're great at the game,
B.Y.O.B. is hard. I just can't do it. I can't. I don't know why. I beat Young Man Blues the first try, and I can't do this. I played it about 20 times. I cannot beat it by myself. But it's fun. This part especially is really fun. I think the reason why I can't do it is because the rhythm changes, but if you're into that sort of thing, this is your song. I'm going to give it an 8. This isn't the end of the review. We just ran out of space for YouTube's time limit, so check out part 2 right now for the toxicity review, the final verdict, and places you should be.